Hey kids, Grandpa here. I am at the toll booth south of Chicago. Sorry if my live stream's a little late, but I needed my navigational computer to work for me while I was driving. So now I'm on a highway. I'm going to be on here for 45 minutes or so. So I figured that up in Alaska. Not at the moment. I'm waiting in line to pay a toll. Damn tolls. Ridiculous. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, absolutely.
All right. So pay the toll and out the road we go. It gripes me to pay tolls. You know, we pay taxes on our fuel to pay for our roads here in America, and so
in
to
a
have
quarter
to pay a
mile,
toll
keep
on
left
top
at the
of that
fork.
just
Follow
sort of
signs 4 right 294
ticks me
South
off.
Indiana.
Oh well, better peed on and or peed off than peed on. Hey Martin, how you doing?
Keep left at the fork.
Yes, dear. Keep left at the fork. Okay. So we're in Chicago, Illinois. We're on the highway. We're making really good time. Had a real
Continue
good
on I-294 South for 43 miles.
Hey, Johnny Hag. Had a really good night last night with Austin, one of our regular viewers. He put me up last night in Wisconsin, so that was pretty awesome. And yeah, Martin, I am making miles. In fact, I hope to be in Columbus or Lancaster, Ohio tonight. So it is now well, it's 12:17 here, 1:17 in Ohio. I already got my clock set to Ohio time at this point, so now I can just focus on driving there. So hey Danny, how you doing? Hey Dick, how you doing? So if you make a post and you ask a question and I don't answer it, then please bear with me. I'm trying to drive more importantly than reading the chat. So if I missed a question or something, my apologies, but I am driving at the moment. So anyhow, hello to everybody that's out there. So I had a real pleasant evening with Austin and his friends, and now we're heading down to Columbus, and I should be there this evening. So let the dog drive. Seatbelt, yes. See guys, I'm wearing a seatbelt. I knew I'd catch crap on here if I didn't, so I went ahead and put it on. But other than that, everything looks like it's going good. The truck is running just perfectly. You know, I'm having a little bit of an issue with the ignition since the ignition switch was busted out by the thieves up in Alberta, Canada. But the door lock in my door is working. Not the key. I used a key fob. I got an electronic button on the key fob. So if I hit the button on my key fob, I can lock and unlock the doors, and so the truck is secure at night. But that where you put the key in the door, that's gone. That's been punched in, and the ignition switch is busted. I still have to put my key in to start it. It's just, I guess it's half of it's busted. The other half's still in there. So, because my key only goes in just like that far, and then I can turn it and start the truck. So functionally, we're doing fine. Just having to make some minor adjustments, having to deal with the break-in stuff that happened up in Alberta. But it was really pleasant last night to get a good night's sleep and not worry too much about the truck, although I woke up pretty early this morning because I thought I heard my truck horn blow. Someone's asking what I do at my place in Alaska. It is still for sale. In fact, I had a lady call me 3 different times last night, including one time it was like 10:30 at night. I was over at Austin's and my phone rang. So so there's some lady that's interested in the property. Who knows where that's going to go to, but it's nice to have some interest in the property. We've had other people looking at it. I've got another fellow who's a dog musher who's interested in the property. And hey Jake from Louisville, how you doing, man? So I have some other folks that are interested in the property as well. Just gonna see what shakes loose, you know. somebody will buy it this winter. I don't know exactly when, but sometime this winter, somebody will come along and buy the property. So it's just going to be a matter of waiting. But rather than spend my winter sitting in Alaska freezing my bippy off and continuing to make, you know, YouTube videos about sailing from my little cabin in Alaska, you know, I think I came upon a good plan to get myself down to the East Coast and get on a boat and start making the kind of content that I really want to. Now, once the property sells, then I'll go ahead and I will, I'll go ahead and buy a better boat, make a little improvement. But for right now, I think we're good just where we're at. The two boats that I'm looking at, the one I prefer is kind of small, but it'll be all right. It's totally loaded and in really good shape, supposedly. The other one, not so much, but we'll see. So anyhow, I'm in Chicago. I'm driving down to Indianapolis. That'll be my next big city I'll be hitting. I'm driving from Chicago straight down to Indianapolis, and then from Indianapolis I'll be heading over to Ohio, through Columbus, Ohio, and down to Lancaster. So if you're somewhere along the way and you want to meet or something, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. Give me a phone call. My computer, my phone rather, is working now. My internet and stuff is working on it. So you could email me or Facebook message me, or, you know, make a comment on the YouTube channel, whatever you want to do, and we can hook up. So I saw someone say best of luck. Thank you, I appreciate that. Other than that, that's about all that's going on. It's been driving, and driving. I think I started this trip on, well, tomorrow will be a week. I started this trip on Thursday. So I left Alaska on Thursday, made it to Tok, Alaska, and okay, guys, I really can't read. I'm not going to try to concentrate on reading the chat. So hello to everybody. I don't mean to be rude to you, but I got to focus on my driving, especially here in this Chicago traffic. But yeah, so I left the first night. I got down to Tok, Alaska. That's right on the Alaska-Canada border. And I crossed into Canada and I drove down to the Yukon Motel, which is in, oh, what's the town? Anyhow, I drove down to the Yukon Motel, which is down near the Yukon, British Columbia border. And then the next night I made it down to further down into British Columbia. I don't remember the name of the town off the top of my head. Dawson. Made it down to Dawson Creek. And then from Dawson Creek I made it all the way down to Red Lodge in southern Alberta, between Calgary and Edmonton. And then that's where they tried to break into my truck that night. So, you know, I don't know who just posted that about begging for money.
There's now a slowdown on I-80 East, causing a 29-minute delay. You will now arrive at 6:48 p.m.
If you think that's e-begging, then go watch somebody else's channel. You're not doing yourselves any favor here. If you can't wrap your head about what I'm doing, then that's your problem, but go bother somebody else. I'm doing a hell of a good job of trying to get myself in a position where I can make a good contribution to America, and if you can't deal with that, then just go away. If any of my moderators are on here, anybody that makes a stupid comment like that, just go ahead and whack them. So, yeah, I don't know who that idiot there is talking about he has a flat tire. I'm sure he's just trying to stir up trouble. Go ahead and whack him. I have no patience for that kind of stuff anymore. So, guess what? Another toll. What have I been doing? I've been talking 5 minutes and I got to pay another toll again. Another $1.50. These guys are thieves, man.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-294 South.
Yeah. I'm gonna run out of money paying tolls. There you go. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, whole shot. I see where you deleted that guy. Good. Too much. Life is too short for all that negativity, guys. Sorry if it bothers anybody that we knock out people like that, but life's too short to deal with idiots like that. So that's kind
Continue
of
on I-294 south for 19 miles.
I'm probably going to hit another toll here pretty soon. Pretty controls. Yep. So anyhow, me and Lily are doing great. I am a little concerned that she's kind of off her food. I put her food dish and water dish down in front of her every day, and so far on this trip, she hasn't eaten one bowl full of dog food. Now, I do have to admit, I've been kind of spoiling her because, hey, Terry, as I'm driving, you know, I've been having to eat fast food because, you know, that's what's available, and I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to go to sit in some restaurants. Although I had really nice dinner last night with Austin. They made some chicken dinner, man. That was awesome. Winter chicken dinner, man. That was good. But so what I do is I'll drive through, like this morning I drove through a place and I got myself a breakfast sandwich, and I got a piece of sausage for Lily. So she got the sausage meat for breakfast this morning. So that helps out, and then I'll probably make another stop for a dinner run tonight. And again, I'll get her a burger, and so she'll have, so she's living on hamburger and sausage patties so far. She's not hitting her dog food, and maybe that's why. Maybe she's getting too much fast food coming at her, so I don't know. She's been drinking good. She's keeping herself hydrated, but she's not hitting her dry dog food hardly at all. And she's learned how to just settle down here in the truck and be calm. She'll sit up and whine a little bit when she's got to go to the bathroom, but other than that, she's been really good the whole trip. What else is there to talk? Oh, I'm doing a lot of filming. I got my little GoPro right here in front of me. I don't know if I can show this to you. Let me see if I can move this around. Whoa, I'm getting big. You can see the setup there. I have the GoPro camera mounted on the dashboard, and this phone sits in a little rack that I have on the dash as well. So I've got the little GoPro set up here, so I've been filming every day, like 2 or 3 times a day. I'll kick on the GoPro for a little bit, and I'm going to try to put together a video just showing the transitions, jumping from one state to the next state to the next state. I believe I've shot video in every one of the provinces and every state I've driven across so far. Although I must admit, when I get to this side of the country, there's I don't know, it's just not really pretty, you know. It's not really pretty. So I had a couple interesting conversations the last couple of days. I'll talk about that briefly. I was talking to Austin, and he said he was watching my videos and some of these other people in the sailing genre, and that's got him motivated to it. And then I had some phone calls today from some fans that called me up, and they're not really in the direction I'm going to be going, but they called up to offer me, you know, stop in, they'll take you to dinner, or stop in, we'll, you know, buy you a beer or what have you. And so it was real pleasant to have these conversations with people. I got my phone set up for hands-free so I can drive while talking. But I'm really impressed with the number of people that have been watching my videos, that it's either been me or one of the other sailing channel video creators that has motivated them and inspired them to research and look at doing the sailing genre. So and it's been really interesting that so many people are now getting inspired and motivated to want to do this as a result of watching, you know, Delos and La Vagabond and Gone with the Wind and what have you, and me. And so I made a little video I just posted up a little bit ago that was really geared more for the people that are in the the industry, you know, the boat manufacturers and the sail manufacturers and you know, whatever part that you make, or whatever industry or service industry you're in that's related to the sailing genre, the impact that all of these people on YouTube are having is really beginning to drive and expand and grow the interest in sailing as a sport, as a hobby, as a lifestyle. And so these guys should be paying more attention to that. You know, they spend a fortune putting magazine ads and stuff together, and they spend a fortune going to all these boat shows to promote themselves. Well, the Annapolis Boat Show was announcing that they had a huge turnout this year. And I don't mean just a little bit of a growth, but I mean like the best turnout they've had in like 20-some, 30-some years. Just a huge turnout. And I think a lot of that is the byproduct of creators like myself, and more importantly, the other guys who have more subscribers than I do at this point. I think they're driving that market. You know, they're introducing people into it and helping to drive the market. So those manufacturers should start doing a better job of paying attention to all of us out here making videos, and should start thinking about where they're investing their money. They should start investing in some of these channels that are out there doing it and are catching what's known as an early adopter. Okay, when people get on and watch videos and they get inspired by watching our videos, then that's an early adapter. You know, that's somebody new to a sport. And if you're new to something, you have a tendency to learn about, you know, whatever, navigational software or brands of sailboats or what have you. When you're looking at those things, it sets a real impression. It sets a benchmark, actually, is what I'm getting to. And so whatever brand names that you first learn about when you learn of something new, whether sailing or bowling or bicycling or whatever it is, whatever brand names you're first introduced to, people tend to have a real brand loyalty to those brands and like to stick with them, which makes it even more important for people that are in the industry to be promoting and marketing to themselves, not in the publications that, you know, it's the same old sailors over and over again. They shouldn't be marketing to the guys that have been sailing for 50 years. You know, if you've been sailing for 50 years, you know what sailboat manufacturers are out there. You know who Harkin is. You know who, you know, North Sails. You know who all these companies are already. It's the new guys coming in is who they need to be directing their marketing dollars to. And those new people are coming in on new media, and new media is YouTube. So I think you guys would agree. This is the entry ramp. YouTube is the entry ramp. All of us creators in the sailing genre, we're the entry ramp into, you know, this lifestyle. So just some of my ramblings while I'm driving here. So I noticed there was a bunch of comments going by. I'm sorry again. I apologize for not reading them while I'm driving. But I'm on what highway is this? I'm on the bypass going around Chicago right now, heading down to I-80, but I'm on I-290 or I-90. So message deleted. Okay. Well, there are some boneheads out there, aren't they, whole shot? You've been busy, man. Hope to meet in Lancaster. Hey, we could do that, man. I'd love to meet you in Lancaster. Text me or message me. Don't put it on the chat here because the chat's not saved. But go ahead and message me, and I'll be happy to jump in there and meet anybody that wants to. So I don't know every town I'm going to drive through, but the mapping software says I'm going from Chicago to Indianapolis, and then Indianapolis over to Ohio, over to Columbus, and then Columbus down to Lancaster. So anybody that wants to meet for a beer or something, that sounds like a great plan. I'd love to do that, meet and greet people. I had a lot of pleasure. It was really fun meeting Austin. You know, he's a guy that's commented quite a bit. He's been a good supporter of the channel. And he's just an average Joe. You know, he's just an average guy. He works at Home Depot. Young guy, his wife, or his girlfriend rather, is going to vet school. Hey, Austin, by the way, if you're watching this, There's a YouTube channel in the sailing genre called Vet Tales, and it's something like Chuffed, C-H-U-F-F-E-D. Somebody said something about Johanna on there. I missed that. If you could put that post up about Johanna again so I could read it, that'd be great. Anyhow, your girlfriend may check that out. So it's Vet Tales. It's Chuffed, C-H-U-F-F-E-D, something like that. But you might want to check that out because your girlfriend might find that interesting. He's trying to get his girlfriend interested in sailing, and she's going to go to vet school. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet her last night. She was in the library. I wish I had, but I did get to meet his friends, and that was awesome. That was just a lot of fun, you know, getting to sit down, relax, and talk to people. So, man, people are just blowing by me. Johanna is, yes, Johanna is my first ex-wife. And I am looking for my next future ex-wife. Oh, crap. Another toll, guys. Can you believe this? Another toll. This is the third toll I've had to pay just during this live stream. And I'm sorry, Martin, I saw you posted something, but I missed it because I had to change lanes here and get ready to pull over to pay another damn toll. Somewhere I have to pay a toll up here. Half a mile. I gotta pay a toll in a half a mile. Another $1.50. No problem. Okay, Martin. I saw where you said no problem. Pay the toll to the troll. They're high on my list, White Spot Pirates. White Spot Pirates is a nice channel. Whoa, I gotta go cross lanes. This toll stuff is crazy, guys. Absolutely nuts. Another $1.50.
Head south.
I think going around Chicago,
in a quarter mile, keep left at the fork. Follow signs for I-80 East, I-294 East. Now, guys, because I'm in line at the toll booth. So if you want to post something long for me to read or something that you want to tell me, now is the time. I think I've spent 10 or 12 bucks in tolls already driving around Chicago. You read about Johanna Jet, Grandpa's from Go Sailing. Did you read about Johanna Jet? No, not Johanna Jet. Johanna Wilson, let me know as soon as you can when you will be here. I didn't catch all of that. It disappeared. If you think trolls are bad in the Midwest, wait till you hit the East Coast. Yeah. You haven't seen anything yet on tolls. Yeah. Well, in Florida, I've got a prepaid pass, a toll pass, but it doesn't work here in Chicago. Just down in Florida, so getting there. Yep, I'm getting there, Sailing Dijon. How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm next in line for the toll, so. Crazy, crazy. Wishing you the best. I used to live in Granville, worked in Lancaster, pretty nice town. Yeah, Lancaster is a nice town. So can I have something ready for you to eat? Oh, that was Johanna. Hey, Johanna, how you doing? I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be there, Johanna. I think I'll be there around 8 o'clock. Took boat out last week. Oh, you took the boat out last week. Awesome. How you doing? Yeah, Johanna, I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be there. I think I should be there around 8 o'clock is what my mapping software said. Thank you. Thank you. And away we go. Down to the next toll. All right. Okay, good deal, Johanna. There we go, another toll. Now keep left at the fork.
294, that's what I am on 294. 80 west to Iowa. I don't want to go to Iowa. I wouldn't mind going to Iowa, but it's not the direction I'm heading.
Continue on I-294 East for 5 miles.
Let me merge on here. Glad that worked. Okay. By going through Dayton, Ohio, I'm gonna be north of Dayton. I'm going to be on I-70 from Indianapolis to Columbus on I-70. So that runs a little north of Dayton. I think Dayton's south of there. But I will be on I-70 just north of there. Johanna's got enough of her own dogs to take care of. Yep. In fact, I'm probably going to have to leave Miss Lily in the truck while I'm there. All right, Joe, I'll see you then. Anyhow, so that's kind of the world up here. That's where we're at. I am heading south out of Chicago right now on 294. And I don't know. Properly named Troll, okay. Just outside of Dayton. Well, that's cool. Is it just me, or has there been an exorbitant number of trolls on the live stream? Maybe because I'm driving through Chicago, you think? Am I getting more trolls because I'm physically located in a big city? I don't know how YouTube works that way. Maybe because I'm live streaming while driving through Chicago, it's coming up in the search for more people in Chicago, maybe? I don't know. Something said if I'm where you think I am, I have at least 2 something. I didn't see the rest of it. I saw a message from Johanna's comments on your feeds. That's why I didn't get to read the rest of that. When the thing appears on my phone, it appears briefly and then it just fades away. So when it's a long text, I can't read the whole thing. When do you plan to actually view the potential boats? Okay, I'm driving to Ohio today. I think I'm going to be in Ohio just one day, but I'm
in 2 miles. Use the right lane to take the Illinois 394 south exit toward Danville.
To Illinois 394, okay. Apparently I need to get over. Come on, big truck. Big truck and me are trying to share the same lane. Anyhow, I'm going to drive from here down to Columbus, Ohio, or Lancaster, Ohio. I'm going to be in Lancaster for a day or two. 1 night or 2 nights, I'm not sure. Then I'm going to be driving over to go look at the first boat. So in 3 days, I'll be looking at the first boat, I think. It depends on how much time I spend visiting the grandkids. If I spend 2 days there, 2 nights, which I might, then that'll delay me getting over to the East Coast. But from Ohio, it's only a day's drive to the first boat I'm going to be looking at, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I'm over in the right lane, which you told me to be in. Where am I going now? I don't know. Come on. Come on, navigation. Tell me where to be. I guess I'm going to Danville. I hate this. I hate relying on navigational software. Oh well. Just as well. I'm in the slow lane.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the Illinois 394 south exit toward Danville.
Okay, I'm going towards Danville. Did say 2 miles. Okay. Use Wazee for the east. Okay. Alright, so now I'm getting off this road. Oh, dog.
Use the right lane to take the Illinois 394 south exit, then keep right at the fork.
Oh, that one almost brought tears to my eyes. I gotta stop giving the dog breakfast sausage. Wow.
Keep right at the fork.
Keep right at the fork, going to Danville. Okay. You know,
continue on Illinois 394 south for 9 miles.
Dog farts, yeah, right. Keep right, it's a tricky exit. Look at this. Talk about assistance from the community, huh? It's a tight curve, I can tell you that much. All right, now we're back on this. Well, at least this is a much more open highway, not so much traffic. Nice. 3 lanes, nope, going down to 2 lanes each direction. Very nice. All right. Used to live in that area, okay. I have 8 dogs. Imagine the farts. Oh, Elysium, I'd hate to think about it. No more tolls. Good, that would be nice to not have any more tolls. So I'm on Illinois 394 heading south. We'll see where this takes me. Anyhow, guys, that's sort of what's going on up here. I should be on a boat here in what, 72 hours, maybe a little more than that. I'm gonna get back to my driving here and try to concentrate on making some miles. It's just that I normally do my live stream at this time on Wednesday mornings, and so I wanted to get it out there and get it done. I live south of Dayton. Well, if you live south of Dayton and you'd like to meet up, message me, either Facebook message me or send me a text. Phone number is 907-414-0154. Yeah, I can't wait to get to a marina myself, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been looking forward to that now for a long, long time, especially these last 5 days of driving. Man, it's been a long road, guys. It's been a long road. And I'm still not there. I got a couple days yet to go. Any more ideas on your potential? There's a lot going on in the way of advocacy. One of the things that really bummed me out. Let me touch base on this before I end this, because it kind of bummed me out. With the hurricanes, kind of screwed up some of my plans. So again, anybody that's new on here, okay, someone just texted me a phone number. I'll get back to that in a bit. Anybody here that's new to this, I'm driving down to from Chicago right now, and I'm not able to really read too much of the messages in the chat. So if you're messaging me something and I don't read it or I don't see it, my apologies, but I'm focusing more on driving than reading the chat right now. And the chat is not saved, so when this live stream is over, anything that's in the chat, I'll have no opportunity to read it. So if you're trying to contact me, please either email me at alaskacarl@gmail.com or give me a call, 907-414-0154. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, the hurricanes really messed up my plans this winter, especially around the holidays. There's a group called Reef Check that does fish count. They do surveys and stuff. A group of people will get out, we'll lay out a grid on the reef, and we'll go down and just count everything we can see. We'll count how many sergeant majors there are, how many blue tangs, how many lionfish. We're just going down and trying to count how many fish there is to establish baselines. And so they collect this data worldwide from scuba divers all around the world. People go down with their kits and add up whatever fish species are found, and then we report that to that database. And now that they're really beginning to amass a sizable amount of data from all over the world, a lot of scientists are making good use of that data and looking at population trends, population numbers, you know, what fish species are there fewer of or more of in certain areas. And so it's as a citizen scientist, we're contributing to the greater good. And they were going to do a big week-long program in the British Virgin Islands. It was like going to be a real big deal with people coming from all over the world going to this big meetup that was going to happen in British Virgin Islands around the Christmas holidays. But because of the hurricanes, that got canceled. So, looking at first boat soon. Yes, I'll be looking at the first boat in like somewhere between 72 and 100 hours from now. I mean, we're down to hours, a few days. We'll be looking at stuff. Uh-oh, I got a traffic light in front of me. 2-lane divided highway with a traffic light. Oh, this is going to be a long drive. So they canceled that, and so I was hoping to do that. Well, now I understand they've rescheduled that, and we're now going to be doing it in the Florida Keys. They're going to have a meetup there in Key Largo, and so they're going to be doing it there. So I'll be right there for that. And they're based out of the Florida Keys. I think their main office is in Key Largo. So it just makes sense that they're doing that. It would have been nice to do it in the BVI, but instead we're going to dive the reefs there in Key Largo, down through Almirada and Marathon, Florida. That reef structure there along the east coast of Florida. So that's going to be a cool thing to participate in. I've got some other people that have a YouTube channel that have been talking to me about joining me on the boat for a bit. Other YouTubers, so we'll be able to do a little bit of a collaboration, which would be kind of nice. So yeah, we've definitely got some plans moving along. So how does hitting the like button help? Hitting the like button helps YouTubers, and that somewhere along the way YouTube sort of looks at those as being an indication of whether or not we're being well received. More than not, they look at the ratio of likes versus dislikes. If you don't have any dislikes, then I understand they completely discount the likes, because everybody has dislikes. You're going to have them. There's trolls out there. YouTube's well aware of that. So, very proud of my initiative. Well, thank you. I didn't get to read that post because it was too long, but I saw the first line of it. YouTube understands that you're going to have trolls. You're going to have people out there that are going to dislike you. There's some people that I have banned from my channel, and they're going to jump on and thumbs down anything I do in the first second that I do it. You know, there's just some negative, sad people in the world, folks. There's just some negative, sad people. And for whatever reason, someone peed in their Wheaties some time ago, and they're just going to be negative about everything that goes on in life. And for whatever reason, you get someone like myself that's trying to do something really outside the norm of society. You know, I mean, what I'm proposing doing, what I'm not proposing, what I am doing is so far outside of what is the norm. Think of it this way, okay? You're standing in line, okay? You're going to go to a concert. You're going to go to a movie. You're going to go, I don't know. You're standing in line at the cafeteria to get food, whatever. If you're standing in line, our society has a stand-in-line mentality. Everybody standing in line, everybody gets along fine, no problems. You step out of line and try to move up a step or two, or have somebody else jump in with you and add a person to the line. Everybody else on the line is going to try to, you know, they're gonna tear you apart.
In a half mile, turn left onto East Exchange Street.
Turn left on East Exchange Street. Where the hell are you taking me, Google Maps? Okay. So our society is such that, you know, people just can't deal with people stepping out of line. You know, you've got to do the same thing everybody else does. And
turn left onto East Exchange Street.
Then there's something wrong, suspect, negative. You're a bad guy, whatever. You know, they just can't seem to deal with that kind of behavior. And so the reaction is the same as if you were standing in line and you try to cut into a line. Everybody's going to gang up on you and beat up on you. So that's the thing with all these haters and stuff on YouTube. They're just those kinds of people that are narrow-minded enough that they can't understand that it's okay for people to form another line, do something different, take a different approach to something. At this point, for me, it's kind of laughable, but are you moving? Not at the moment. I'm at a red light at the moment. But yes, as a general term, I am moving from Alaska down to a sailboat on the east coast of the United States. And then I will be moving perpetually from that point forward, because I'll be sailing around the world on my little sailboat. So get Anna and Ned Deloach to dive with you. Oh man, wouldn't that be nice? Now actually, Anna and Ned Deloach are the people that started the Reef Check organization that I was just talking about. Ned Deloach is...
Continue on East Exchange Street for 4 miles.
These, Caribbean fish guides. He's the guy that wrote them. He took all the pictures and set them up. So you better drive and pay attention. I'm on some little 2-lane road right now here in Chicago. I think the map is having me cut across over to some other highway. Sometimes the navigational software does some weird stuff, but or maybe somebody did some kind of juju map. Sorry about that. Oh, there we are. Sorry about that. Apparently I went into some little dip there in the road and I lost my internet connection there for a bit. So just a heads up, if I lose internet connection, I'm just going to end the live stream because we're approaching an hour now anyway. But you're basically in Indiana. Yeah, I'm somewhere in Indiana now. Driving past some farm fields. Nice little neighborhood. I don't know why I'm on this road. I should be on a highway someplace, but this is Google Maps navigation taking me this route. Apparently it seems to think this is the fastest way to get where I need to go to. I have no idea why. Really weird. Alright, well, Google Maps, thanks much for taking me down this weird road. Pretty cool neighborhood though, nice houses and stuff. Upscale. A little bit nicer than middle class, well, maybe middle class. Occasional old farmstead. And subdivisions. Good old American suburbia. Hay fields, cornfields. Fun stuff. You better pay attention when I stop anytime. Okay, somebody else just texted me something about paying attention. I am paying attention. I'm just following the map and the map is taking me where it wants to take me, so probably not a good idea to follow it so blindly. But when I was a kid, and I'll tell you why I do this. When I was a kid, my mother and sister and I flew over to Germany, and while we were in Germany,
welcome to Indiana.
Car. My map says welcome to Indiana. Okay, I'm in Indiana. Now let's get me someplace. That was really weird. Anyhow, while we were traveling across Europe in our Volkswagen, we had a lot of fun, but I was navigating and I got us lost in Greece. Well, the problem is when you navigate in Greece, oh, look at that, 90-minute massage for 65 bucks. That could be fun at Spanky's Bar and Grill. Oh boy. Anyhow, the problem is when you're driving around Greece, what do you think Chicago? I'm not in Chicago anymore. I'm south of Chicago. I'm even south of South Chicago at this point. I'm in farmland. I'm not in Chicago anymore. Whoever's texting me. Anyhow, so we were in Greece, and the problem is the map was in English. So I'm following the map in English, but all the street signs are in Greek. And if you know anything about Greek and English don't look at all alike. There's no correlation. You know, it's not like Spanish where...
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Calumet Avenue.
This word with an O added to it, so turn right on Calumet Avenue. Okay. So it's just sort of a weird thing for me. I don't mind getting lost nowadays because I get to see country I never got to see. And that's what happened to us when we were in Greece. We got lost, we got on these back roads, and we met some really cool
Turn right onto Calumet Avenue.
Okay, I'm turning right on Calumet Avenue. And so I don't mind it anymore. You know, I don't mind getting off the beaten path and taking a little bit of time. And otherwise, I would never have known that Providence Bank and Trust has a place here on the corner of Calumet and whatever the hell road I'm on. I'm seeing stuff I never would have seen before. And that's kind of cool. That's kind of the whole experience of travel, isn't it?
Continue on Calumet Avenue for 1 mile.
Continue on Calumet Avenue for 1 mile, it says. All right. I have no idea why it has me over here on this side, in this little lane, but it is what it is. Well, guys, I think I'm going to have to work and figure out how to get myself out of suburbia hell here, but turn the volume. I can't turn the volume down on the GPS because I have to listen to it while I'm driving, so nice cornfields, some new housing development going in called the Greystone. Looks like that farm field's going to be sold. You got realtor signs on it. Pretty cool part of Chicago, or South Chicago here. South of South Chicago. There's a building up ahead that looks kind of like a prison. Maybe it's a school.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto 109th Avenue.
All right, quarter mile, turn left on 109th Avenue. I'm sorry if that seems loud for you guys, but I got to listen to that while doing the live stream. No, that's a Heritage Christian High School. Wow. The Heritage Christian High School looks like a jail, guys. It really does. It has that sort of concrete industrial tiny window building prison looking thing. It doesn't have the barbed wire and stuff out around it, so it's not a prison, but it kind of has that architectural look to it. Like I said, it's a prison. Get to Johannes Carl, hot meals waiting. I'm working on it, Dave.
Turn left onto 109th Avenue.
I'm working on it. I don't know why this brought me this direction. This seems like an awful weird place to go, but maybe I should end this live stream and just take a big picture of where my navigational software is taking me, and so I can get the hell out of here. But it's still giving me directions, and my map is programmed to take me to Lancaster, Ohio. That's what I told it to go to. So apparently this is the way to Lancaster, Ohio, but for the life of me,
continue on 109th Avenue for 7 miles.
The traffic lights. Weird. Kind of cool though. There's an old farmhouse here. It looks like an old barn that's been converted to a house. You guys want to see some of this? I'll show you kind of where I'm at. Whoop, gonna get a little shaky here. Hey, that's what I'm driving through. Oh, put that back in the rack. I have no idea why my navigation software took me this way, but it did. End up in some shady cornfield. Maybe the children of the corn are gonna come out and get me. Go back to the main highway. Sailing, yeah, I need paper charts. Isn't that the truth? Well, this is what happens when you trust Google or Google Navigator, Google Maps. So, nice place for you to settle down. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not enough water, not enough wind here. Plenty of wind. 231 to 65. Okay. I guess. I don't know, I'm heading east. I'm heading the right direction, at least. So, driving past the Palmyra Golf Club. Weird. Well, guys, I guess old Grandpa is lost in suburbia here. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to get back on the highway. I'm sure this is taking me out to a highway here someplace, but there's the Lincoln Elementary School. Yeah, this will be fine. Weird, but fine. For the life of me, you know, I'm in Chicago driving down the I-94, and it tells me to get off the highway and drive on these little back roads. I have to assume maybe it knows something I don't, but it just certainly... Oh, there's a pond over here with some swans in it. Very pretty. Very pretty. Horse fencing up around. Really nice looking place. See, I wouldn't have seen that if I was on the highway. And after 5 days of hauling ass, doing 65, 75, 80 miles an hour, kind of nice to be in a little neighborhood kind of thing. So, Anyhow, I'm going to end this, guys. We'll talk to you more later. Be safe and be careful and take good care of one another. And I'll have an update for you later on. So we'll talk to you later, guys. Be cool. Bye.